If you have more than one object in your drawing, and trust me, you're going to find that you need to navigate within your drawing. And one way to get back and forth is to use the pan command. So let's open up a file that has something in it. So let's just take a look at the mechanical example imperial drawing file that comes with this chapter. It's just a simple drawing. It has a front view, top, and side. Now panning is not that difficult, not anymore. For many releases, we've had real-time panning. That means you can see where you're panning. The screen moves with your pan, essentially. There are many ways to get to the pan command. If you're not in any commands, just sitting around, and panning sounds like a fun thing to do, you can type in the word pan, P-A-N. Press enter. You get this little hand, and it's on your screen. You left-click, hold it down, and then you just move around. That's the pan command. Press enter to get out of it, or the escape key. Very simple. Now there are other ways to start the pan command. You can just type in the letter P on the command line and press enter. There you go, you're back to the pan command. You can find it in the ribbon. Of course, you got to hunt for that. If you go to the View tab, it should be in the Navigate panel. Now, by default, the Navigate panel is not shown. So if you right-click on any one of these panels, but not on one of the commands, go to the Show Panels button, and you'll get a couple more options. Click on the Navigate, and that shows up right here. Now, this is turned off by default, but it is available. If I just click on the pan button right there to start the command, you can see I have access to the pan command. Nowadays, most of us don't use these buttons on the ribbon. That's why they're kind of hidden, but still there in case you want to. But nowadays, most of us just use the scroll wheel on our mouse to pan. So if you take your scroll wheel, click it and hold it, that'll bring up the pan command, and you can just move around. The nice thing about this is that you can use it while you're in the middle of any command. That's because the pan command can be a transparent command. That means you can use it while you're working within another command. Otherwise, you're restricted to using one command at a time. Now, I can't draw a line and a circle at the same time, but I can pan while I'm drawing a line or while I'm drawing a circle. So if you pick the pan command from anywhere, it will automatically be a transparent command. But if you want to type it in on the command line, you must first type an apostrophe, then the word pan. So if I start the line command, as an example, start drawing. If I use my mouse, I can just pan. It's that simple. That's why we typically don't go to these commands anymore. If I click the pan command inside the ribbon, and I can pan around, but I kind of lose where my line work is. So to get out of there, just press enter, and I'm still in my line command. Now if I want to type it in, I have to first type in an apostrophe, and then type in the command, pan. Now it's transparent, and I can move around. If I just try to type in the word pan, AutoCAD doesn't know what to do. So as you can see, the absolute easiest way to use the pan command is with the scroll wheel on your mouse. Now, one little caveat that you might find, if you're using a Logitech mouse, a lot of times it doesn't work. Sometimes it'll work for a while and then just stop working. I've used a lot of Logitech mice in my time, and I love them. One way to get around that, though, is to download some Logitech driver software. Make sure your drivers are up to date, and make sure that you have the software that runs in the background that manages the Logitech mice settings. Now, other mice might have this problem too. I'm not really well aware of them, but typically it's not going to be an issue. But I have found that to be true, and I thought I'd throw that in for you just in case.